It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It. Uh, got a nice, got a nice little 5 game slate to talk about today. Start off the show by talking about last night. So if you follow me on Twitter, I ended up making 5 plays on Twitter last night. And had one best bet for the show. So best bet for the show was that Jazz money line, and it was a sweat, but the Jazz took care of business against Phoenix last night. 5 plays that I actually made. I took the Magic minus 4.5. That didn't cash obviously. Um, Sixers came out and just played a great game. We'll talk about them in a little bit. But I also was on the Blazers first half money line and the full game money line, and also the Jazz first half money line and full game money line. So I had a rough start to start the season. I still felt like my reads were good. Started off a little rough, but yesterday 4-1. So um, let's get some more. Let's see if we can find some winners tonight. 5 games on the slate. I've got something on 3 of them. The other two, probably won't be talking about. But these um, first three, I might have a look in one, and then a couple more. We'll have some looks. So let's get to it. Hornets at Heat. Heat laying 5.5 at home. Total sitting at 240.5. Big injury news here is that Norman Powell. Is questionable. And that's what's kind of kept me from playing this game. I'm going to keep an eye on the injury report. I know that if Powell is ruled out, I'm going to be on this under. I know that the Hornets and the Heat have both been playing at a fast pace to start the season. Both teams have been over machines, but I just feel like in this particular spot, I could see the game going under. I could see, especially if Powell is out. I mean, you're missing. I think he's averaging 24, 25 points a game. So you're missing that already on top of missing Hero. And I also think that if Powell is ruled out, the Heat could lean a little bit more on their defense. So haven't made a play on this yet, but I'm going to keep a close eye on the Powell news. And if he is ruled out, I think the under 240 is a play here. Um, it's a play here. That's just kind of how I see that one. So let's hit the next one here. Sixers and Wizards. This is a game that I actually did make a play in. Wizards are coming in, getting 4.5 at home. Total sitting at 239.5. Sixers coming off of this is the second leg of a back to back. Just mentioned a little earlier that they beat Orlando outright last night. And they get Joel Embiid back for this one. He sat out the first leg of the back to back, and I mean that backcourt with Maxey and Edgecombe, they look terrific together. They're fast, they're young, and I mean they really complement each other. I've really been a big fan of Edgecombe since I watched him play for the Bahama national team in the Olympics, and then I started watching him at Baylor, and I'm like, man, this dude is really good, and he's really, started off his NBA career well. So I love that backcourt. The play that I made on this game was the Sixers first quarter money line. I got it from minus 140. Some other spots had it at minus 150, minus 155. Just a couple things to note. The Wizards haven't won a first quarter all season. So, I mean, I say all season, but the first 3 games they haven't won a first quarter yet. Um, just I think that they're a lot like they were last year, slow starters, and maybe they cover big spreads in the second half of games when they're already out of reach. But I feel like, especially on it being a back to back, I think you're going to get the best of Joel Embiid early. I think you're going to get the best of this Sixers team early. So I couldn't talk anybody off of a first half, if that's something you want to look at. But I think if when the legs catch up, it's going to be in that second half. So I expect the Sixers to bring it early, especially with Embiid coming off rest. Player props didn't really look too much into anything. Maxi points could have been a thing, but with Embiid coming back, into the fold, with Embiid coming back into the fold, could kind of mess up chemistry a little bit. So, um, so yeah, 76ers first quarter money line, minus 140. I got it at bet 365. Not sure if that line is still available, but that is the play that I made on that game. Check the comments real quick. Phil, my guy, what's up? Yesterday I went 4-0 with you with Jazz and Blazers picks. Good job and thanks. Thanks for telling, man. It felt good to kind of be on the right side of some reads. It kind of felt, like I said, it kind of felt good to be on the right side of some reads. Sports algorithm, Bub Carrington under 9.5 points, Edgecombe over 4.5 twos made, and Edgecombe's over 8.5 twos attempted. Okay. I was actually Bub Carrington. I was actually looking at his under PRA, and that might be a play that I make in the Wizards game is Bub Carrington under his PRA. I believe it was like at 18 or something like that. So might be something I go back and look at after the show. Last game that I'm going to talk about on today's slate is Kings at Thunder. That line is wrong. It's not 8.5. It's 9.5. But total sitting at 230. No, that total is not right either. This whole banner's wrong. But total sitting at 226.5. Thunder laying 9.5 at home. Thunder are on a bad scheduling spot for this one. They are, I'm going to check my notes here, third game in 4 nights. Also, first game off of they had a 3-game road trip, so this is their first game back from that. Typically, always a fade spot for the home team when they're coming off the road like that, especially to start the season. And you also got to think too, their first couple of games were double OT games. They've been a little, they've been short with injury with J-Dub being out. I know they might be getting Caruso back, but they just had a lot of in and out in the lineup, still winning games, but just not covering them. And as much as I don't like the Kings and I don't like the roster construction for them, I do like this spot. I think it was 10.5, 10 in some spots. I just think it's too many points to be laying, or to be laying in this particular spot for the Thunder. Wouldn't be surprised if the Thunder won, 1-10 or something like that. But the only way I can, not the only way I can look, I played the Kings minus a plus 9.5. I also played the Kings team total over 108.5. With this scheduling spot for the Thunder, I know the Thunder are an excellent defensive team, but I could just see in this particular spot their legs kind of betraying them a little bit. So I could only bet the Kings plus 9.5. I bet the Kings team total over 108.5. And another play that I'm probably going to get to the window with when I get when I get off here is probably going to be DeMar DeRozan over 7.5 rebounds and assists. He's averaging 10.5 rebounds and assists for the season. I mean, he's went over 7.5 all 3 games. He went over this 2 out of the 3 games he played against OKC last season. So DeMar DeRozan over 7.5 rebounds and assists. That will be a play that I will be making. I just haven't got a chance to make it yet, but that will be one that I make as soon as I get off here. So, best bet for the show. I got to say, my best bet for the show will probably, more than likely, I'm going to have to go with that DeRozan play. The DeRozan over 7.5 rebounds and assists. I mean, he's averaging 10.5 the first couple of games of the season. I could see, the Thunder's legs not being there. And yeah, 7.5 just seems low. Maybe the market hasn't caught up yet. But I do see him going over this player prop. So follow me on Twitter. Follow the crew. Can't Stop GLB Stacks. Stacks will be back tomorrow, and we're going to have LJ from H-Town with us tomorrow. I know he did a show with Jay Money earlier today. Super well-respected capper, always prepared. Just great knowledge. So he's going to be joining us tomorrow. I believe tomorrow we have, let me see how many games we have tomorrow. I know it's a full slate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 games tomorrow, 10 games on Wednesday. So a 10-game slate. Look forward to being on with Stacks and LJ. We're going to break this down and hopefully find some more winners. So follow us on X. Prayers up to everybody in Jamaica, man. I know that hurricane, I haven't been keeping up with the news today, but pretty sure that it made landfall today. So just prayers up to anybody that's got people down there. Some people may be vacationing. I know there's people that are actually stuck down there that vacation, and also, family that lives there. So just pray for Jamaica, y'all, and let's hope that they can make it through the storm with minimal damage. So until then, I'm out, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.